Back to Callahan's Corner, where you ask the questions, answer them live right here on Facebook. Got a user submitted question in one of the Service Autopilot user groups talking about going in and setting up discounts on a grid and actually having it show on the estimate itself. So I'm going to dive into the question here. This question was asked by Ted. We create a dollar amount discount for specific services using a percentage button on the right-hand side of the estimate builder. The estimate client sees now shows the discounted price. Is there a way to have the estimate show the original price, then the discounted amount thereafter? We want them to see what they would normally pay and the discount they are receiving. Is there a way to show the discount in the same line item on the estimate form? And he had some other questions regarding that, ways he could possibly do it. What I'm going to recommend is for Ted to go down to the foundational parts to actually build this out. So what I'm going to do is go in normal fashion to Callahan's Corner, open this up for Ted, and actually just let him see how to do it. So the first thing you want to do is go into our gear icon here and go into discounts. So the first place we're going to go in, looks like Ted's got this set up. But if you're watching this for the first time ever, we need to go in and add a discount. So I'm going to go in and put this our Facebook Live discount. Could be a prepaid discount, could be a ton of different discounts, but whatever that discount is, we're going to put that in. For today's example, we're going to make this the Facebook Live discount. And I'm going to make this a 10.5% discount, very similar to one we just did for Deep Dive earlier this week. And our account, we're going to put that in as, we're just going to put this accounting and we'll class that out for the summer months. Once we have that discount set up, we've got a discount that can be set up. So what we're going to do is go into our templates here. And I'm going to grab a pre-built template. Probably should have done this before the Facebook Live, but we're going to go in and grab one here that looks like we may have one for holiday lights. All right, so this will work. So let's say we have a prepaid discount of 10.5% for holiday lights. I don't necessarily recommend prepaid discounts, but if you're going to do some kind of discount, this is how you would set it up. So what we would do is go into the job estimate template here and go to the left, just like Ted talked about. But we're going to go in and grab the percentage icon. We're going to select the Facebook Live discount. That's 10.5%. And we could put an expiration date. For today's conversation, we won't. Once again, we're selecting these discounts. We just did this with a current client doing an actual CRM setup with Service Autopilot to be actual set this up. So this was actually pretty recent of what we just did with a client. So now that we've got the discount set appropriately on the actual job estimate template, we can see the green version here. We may, in this example, want to double this up and actually show the prepaid discount versus the actual non-discount. But this does not actually, that would not answer Ted's question. But for best practice, if you want, you can actually show the discount here. So if we go in 150 linear feet of C9 bulbs, it is $755. With the discount, it comes out to $654. So if we did the same exact holiday light demo here and added the package, this is one way of displaying it, not the way that Tad asked, but I'm going to show you what that would look like. So if we had the same 150 linear feet of C9 for holiday lights, the consumer could definitely see at a very easy level that the discounted price is $675.73. We've got 7.5 man hours between setup and takedown. It's cost you $600 and profit margins 11.2. Now, obviously, in a real scenario, we want to see that upwards about 80 to 85% net. And what we've got here is the same exact example here, but Ted would be able to show them very simply what the discount is compared to each package, and they can select the discounted or non-prepaid, discount prepay or non-discount prepay. So that's how I would tackle that on one level. But to answer Ted's question directly, we set out the discounts here. And I'm going to hit save and close. Now, one thing we need to do before we set this up for Ted is go into the gear icon estimate grids. So this is going to be go in gear icon estimate grids. We need to set up the display to show the granularity that Ted wants to see. So what we're going to do is go in and call this our Ted example. If you don't know Ted, Ted also goes by the name of Baby Boss, so just a stud. But we're going to do is set this up for Ted here. So we're going to add in the estimate description, traditionally remove service invoice, drag this bad boy over. And in Ted's example, I would probably get rid of the rate and quantity. And what we've got here, subtotal, sales tax total. One thing that is not highlighted by default is show discounts. So that's what we're going to do to show Ted's example. So that should do it here. And this is the 000 Ted example. All right, we're going to hit save. And we're going to go to our estimate document here. I've got one right here. So this one is our misfits estimate example. And we're going to go in and I'm going to refresh this to pull in the new area. So hopefully we can get that new area. So we're going to go into our dynamic content and we got Ted's example here. So this is where the price is going to be displayed for the discount. And we're going to go in and hit save and close. Yes. And just so I don't forget, we have the template we just worked on for Holiday Light demo. I'm going to connect that now to Misfits estimate demo. So we've connected that in with the grid. Now that we have this, we are going to go in and see if we can't make some magic happen here on Facebook. So what we're going to do first thing is we're going to add in a lead. First name, last name. Type in our address. And from that, we would put our email in there. Phone number in the cell phone field. We want to go in and go into details, commercial or residential. And sales. How'd you hear about us? I heard you about from the Every Door direct mailing with the picture. All right, now that we've got that lead in there, it's time to work a little magic on this grid for Ted here. Traditionally, we are going to go into the gear icon and go to our Holiday Lights form and plug that in and put in the linear feet of roof line. Now, full transparency, I don't know if this is a custom field we're working with, but let's just put 225 linear feet and one wreath. You'd submit that. Now, with that working in the way we've built this out, we would now hit and add an estimate. So Ted is actually on site. He's measured that roof liner online. He's going to go to templates and grab his template of Holiday Light demo. And look at that. So we've got our 150 linear feet for $755, and we've got our discount here. So this is the one we would want to show. So we're going to hit the checkbox here, go up the upper header and hit quote. Scroll down and hit save. We probably, if we're just getting used to the system, want to do a preview to make sure this works, and then we'll email it out, and I'll show you what the live copy could look like. All right. So this is what Ted's looking for. Holiday Light demo, installation C9, removal, $775, discount of $79.28, and the grand total. So Ted, that's how you handle that. Adding a discount, we want to get the appropriate grid in there. Like I said, the other way of potentially tackling this here is we went side to side. I would suggest not putting a total on the bottom. We could show them based on the 750, the 650, the 675 versus 755. It's going to clearly show the prepaid discount or the non-discount that way as well. So that's a way to do both back to back. That would be my recommendation, but based on Ted's question, this is how we'd want to do it. Get that grid and set that up. And once again, that grid in Ted's example is pulling in the discounts here on here. And then if you wanted to be really stealthy with it, if it was a prepaid discount or early sign up You can actually type it in there. So once again, Callahan's Corner US questions. We answer them live right here on Facebook. Answering your questions around CRM setup, job costing, automations. If you have any questions, you'd like to see how we can help you, make sure you hit sgscall.com to book a free consultation for 30 to 40 minutes with one of our 7-figure business experts, where Simple Growth is your trusted advisor for all things automations, CRM setup, and coaching, scaling to 7 figures and then 8 figures and beyond. So Callahan's Corner, US questions, we answer them live right here for Facebook, answering Ted's question live from Facebook, how to go out and provide estimate grids and provide that on the estimate, and 2 different options for best practice. We'll see you again at Callahan's Corner.